Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up and special guests here. But first, let's take a look at our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. High 68, low 43. We got this might be the last cool snap of the year. We know we always have one more before Easter, but this is going to be pretty cool tonight. The important thing about today, folks, is March the 20th, and it's also the very first day of spring. So spring is officially here as the sun comes up this morning. So you can go ahead and start celebrating and enjoy those flowers. We're looking at the water temperature brought to us by Allco Electric out of Lynn Haven, right at 66 degrees, and it's about to bust out to 68 pretty soon. And we're just getting that third fog next couple of days. Our river reading brought to us by Panama City, Coca-Cola, good folks down there. We're looking at that place called Bluntstown. It's high. It's reading a 15.7. That is high. And the Choctaw Caribbean is at an 8.7. And a little bit of rain is going up also. Both rivers are going up high, and it's going to be some high water if you're going to freshwater fishing this weekend. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Our low tide this morning at 12:17, coming in till about 1:42, right in the middle of the day. Wind, it's March. It's going to be blowing at 10 to 20, coming out of the south today. That sounds like a broken record on it. Every day this month it's done that. All right, take a break. Be right back with our guest. Okay, welcome back, and welcome to some friends of mine that have been on before. We're glad to have Gino and Stephanie People. Welcome back to the show.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you.
Glad
to be here, buddy.
I run into them all the time at Personal Fitness, doing the Planet Fitness, doing all kind of workout and all. And Gino is such a big artist. He's, we talked about it before. He brought his work on here. He's an avid outdoorsman. And Stephanie, tell us what you do.
I'm a physical therapist assistant at Therapy One, so I try to help people get better so they get back to doing the things they love: hunting, fishing, whatever, golfing.
So you're both doing good, fun things too.
Yes.
Gino, you got a good buddy named T.C. Chan.
Good as they come.
I tell you what, y'all are real close. T.C.'s been on before. He loves outdoors too. And we're going to talk about a hunting trip in a minute, but art-wise, what's going on? Are you teaching on Tuesdays? What's going on with your art?
Yeah, I've been teaching on Tuesdays for quite a while now, and students ain't gonna let me go. I tried to get out of it, and then they pull me back in. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy that. It's giving back to the community, and it's been good to me, especially back when I really needed my students to be around.
Yeah. Where do you do this? Where you teaching?
At the house now. I ain't got to worry about being late. That ain't gonna happen. That's the best thing about it, I guess.
You have to sign in.
Yeah.
His artwork is just phenomenal, and the puzzles have done really well, haven't they?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And, we put one together this Christmas. One of your puzzles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
Let's talk about this hunting trip first. We've got all kinds. He brought a painting in. You're just not gonna believe it. But let's talk about the hunting trip first. You were talking about. Let's look at that on camera. The first thing you see this big buck on camera. Stephanie, what do y'all think when you see this?
Oh, very excited. I don't even can't put it into words. I was like, oh my goodness, look how huge. And to be on our property, it was such a blessing. And he hunted him hard, I'll tell you that. Lots of hours.
So once you see something like that, you know he's there, and you got to start put some time in.
Mm-hmm.
You put some time in, didn't you?
Man, I had a little place that a friend of mine lets me hunt up in Alabama too, and I got home, she's like, you gotta see this picture. And just saying, sometimes my wife was like, I'm like, maybe the thing makes it look bigger. And I was like, okay, because I was tired and I was eating, and she goes, I'm serious, I know what I'm talking about now, and I seen that picture. I was like, okay, it's time to go to work, So yeah, I knew I was gonna have to put some time in. But you don't see that often right there, and it's only 27 acres. I was very excited to see that on my camera. So.
Okay, so you harvested deer, but here's the thing about it. He ran off when he shot, right?
Yeah.
So
they seem to do that even right when you hit them right in the kisser.
And it went right into some pretty rough area, right?
And
So
it's a swamp that I didn't want to go into.
It was it's swampy, bad time, and we have gators and snakes in our swamps, and we know that.
Yes.
So here's a picture here where you going. So you had to wade out there.
I couldn't see him from the bank. It was only like probably 10 yards to the water. And we had got some good rain this year, and it might not look like it there, but I was chest deep. I had to put the picture up like this. I had to run back to the truck and get my waders.
And you were chest deep. It was cold.
Yes. Well, it was actually warm, but the water was cold.
Right.
Yes. I mean,
water was cold. So you were able to get them out right there. What a nice. That's huge.
I still thank God every day.
Wow, what a trophy buck right there.
Yeah,
wow.
It's one of my biggest ones for sure.
How much of a challenge was it to get him out of the water?
It was easy getting him out of the water. I just floated him back. When I got to that bank, though, it was a different story.
Well, I had to drag him up the bank?
But my waders filled up on me pretty quick.
Oh, no.
You know
the water got inside your waders?
I had it wasn't working correctly. Yeah. So, I felt like 400 pounds walking back. But the deer floated. That was a good thing.
All right. Stephanie got in there. That's a great picture.
Yeah, she took a good picture. She makes it look good.
So anyway, like I say, you see him right there, so that you know that's a big buck. And I know because I remember TC telling me y'all how much time you were putting in to get him and all. So.
Yeah, I had talked to Ben. He was out of town. He was the one that pushed me. Well, she pushed me hard too. You got to get him. But Ben kept saying, "Do your time, do your time." And when I killed him, he was out of town on his way back. Him and his wife and. He said, TC's at the least, get on up there. He'll take them pictures and make it look really big. Yeah, I need that right there.
That's true. Well, did you hunt it up in Alabama also?
Oh, yeah. I've been hunting about 3 years up there. It's, what's the name of that little town? Anyway, it's just past Malone.
Yeah.
And it's right before you get to the Georgia-Florida line.
Yeah.
And I can go up in there, and it's probably, I got Florida sand on them deer feet. I'm only like a mile inside Alabama.
I understand that.
But it's some good hunting now. I'm on the river sticks pretty much. So.
But this year you didn't get anything. He was our Bonifay deer.
I missed one, that's why.
What happens to everybody? Yeah. We're going to take a break. We got all kind of artwork to show you that Gino's done. So let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're going to talk about some artwork. Gino, what got you into art?
There's a lot of different things that did that, but just simply, I've always loved it, and I'm a fourth generation artist, and it was always firstborn in 4 generations of big families. I'm firstborn of 5, and I just liked doing it when I was little, and then it just grew, and then honestly at work, people just said, "Man, you need to be doing something with this." So that's what got me going.
You do this for a living.
I do it for a living.
That's what's great. Now you played baseball at Rutherford and got a baseball scholarship, and was a good baseball player. I remember reading about him.
Thank you.
I'm serious. He was a fine baseball player, and you went back to your love though, the love of artwork. Mm-hmm. And Stephen, what did you think about when you first met him and all the artwork he did?
God-given talent, and he just does it so effortlessly. It just flows
easy.
right out of him.
Well, he brought a big old picture here this morning. I mean, this is a classic to me because we got over here. We're gonna have it in camera now. I want you to tell us what inspired this and how. Look at the artwork right here. Is that not a classic, folks? Okay, so Gino, tell us what's going on. What's in your mind? Okay,
I'd always, joked around about being, using the bathroom, doing your business, and have a buck walk up on you. I've never really had it happen. I've had deer, when I was running dogs and be out there, quickly and have them run through the woods. But yeah, that was always an ideal. And I've been doing it for years, and people, my companies was like, "No, we can't. That won't sell."
Yeah.
Well, Cabela's is liking it, so that's all that really matters.
Where does your painting sell? What do you sell them?
Do what now?
Where do they sell? I mean, who distributes?
Okay, so when I get done with the painting, they go to my art company, and it's up in Vermont. Okay, and basically, I take the pictures here. I mean, we've got it down to a science. Me and my dad get the light right. That way, I don't have to send the originals off. The company gets it, and they send it out to mass companies, and then they'll end up in Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, just different locations. So.
Really big stuff. Okay, so go ahead with this painting here. So you know, you have all outdoors in a situation. You're out in the woods, and you have to take care of business, and you always know, and your gun's over by the tree. So here it is. So what's going on with there? So here.
I've never been in that situation. It was a dream up, but I needed somebody, and my wife's been like, "When you gonna put me in one of your pictures?" I was like, "Well, I got one for you."
Gives new meaning to being in the doghouse, doesn't it, Chester?
Exactly. That is funny right there. So.
But she did a good job, honestly. Everybody says, "That's your wife for sure." I was like, "Yep, yeah, that's her."
Look on his face. Oh no! But the detail. I mean, of course, the deer. Looking at the white on them, the horns, and looking at the leaves, and old bucket turned over. All the little things. This is and the old dead tree laying down. Old tractor back there.
Look at you, Chester. I promise this was not set up. You really see it in there.
All these little things. This is real life. This is nature when you're out there in nature. I know both of y'all have a love for nature.
Yes.
And you just soak it in, and you notice those little things. A little twig over there. Look at the corn. Look at the corn that's spilled. They knocked that corn over. So,
I'm just glad it's legal now. If you don't mind paying a little extra money.
I know. So when you do something like this, you think about it here, and then you just start sketching it out.
Well, I have an immediate ideal, and then I even talked to her and kick it around a little bit because she'd come up with some smoking good ideas sometimes. Or while I'm painting, I let it build. But the process was in the outhouse, 2 bucks eating spilled over corn. And then the rest of the story, if you really look, the bobber hanging off, see the target and you got bullets hitting all around it. The guy probably ain't shooting straight. And we actually did that when I was little. We shot the outhouses. We'd hang our targets up on them. They were not using them anymore, but yeah, and I try to bring in what I live. This is what I live and do and love. And if I can incorporate some of these ideals, and when I'm sitting in a stand, you think of all kind of stuff, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
It's like crazy
That's some of the
stuff.
best times of your life. You're sitting in that tree stand, you really feel close to God and nature, and
That's
just all
correct.
kind of things come in. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that's some of the inspiration. One of the things that, how long does it take you from beginning to end to do a painting like that?
Every painting's different, Chester. It just depends. I rarely do anything that it takes less than 2 weeks because I put whatever it is, and I'm willing to paint pretty much whatever they want. But I am in a position where I do mostly cabins on the water. But my company, like when I'm fixing to start a series, and it's going to be for a big company, Crazy Art, ain't it? Crazy Art. We're working on a deal.
I'm not sure.
But it's going to be general store, a toy store, a bakery, with them kind of paintings. There's no way to know. But I'd say 2 weeks to 2 months.
Wow.
Just depends on what kind of details got to go into it.
You find you get there for an hour or two and work, then just get off of it, or you stay there for a long time? How do you actually work day? You just have
8, 10, 12-hour days. I don't rush my work, and it'll get done when it gets done, like the old Michelangelo movie. I know you've seen it. It'll be done when it's done.
It'll be done when it's done.
I can't predict that, but what I can do is put my time in every day. So instead of working 8, if everything's smooth, I'll work 12. I'll put more time, but I don't rush my art. But yeah, it's hard to say, Chester, with the research that might go into that painting. It's just unpredictable.
Stephanie, I know you're a big cheerleader for him. I know you're always encouraging him. I hear that from him a lot. And you've always been a positive influence. So, do you critique it as it goes along, or how do you do it? What do you?
She's brutally honest.
He does ask my opinion.
What do you think?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't have to say much, but yeah, sometimes
You're
I'm like,
sounding
hey,
really
that doesn't
sweet.
look.
She's brutally honest. And I wouldn't have it any other way, honestly.
There you go.
So,
There you
and
go.
she was a student. That's how we met.
No, is that right? She's one of his art.
Yes.
How about
Yes.
that?
So I knew she liked my art for real, But it's just, she's just honest about it, Chester. But that's what keeps me straight. That's what I need. I can trust on her because she's going to look at it no matter what.
Well, do you do any artwork yourself? Do you try to do any? Or?
No, I just dabble in crafts.
Maybe
Now,
like
I'll
a liar
take-
over here nodding.
Well, yes, but now I've kind of gotten to the point, he's so good, I can't match that. So I take his artwork and I've been putting it on cups and
Man, I
mouse
tell you
pads
what,
and
the
things like
things-
that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Slate.
I do more crafts than paint
Okay.
nowadays.
You'll need to have a show with her when you get time later on.
Yeah.
And let her just show you what she's doing. It's
Bring some of
amazing
that
stuff.
Next time, come on and bring me and show all the stuff you're doing. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I guess when you walk into like a Bass Pro Shop or any Walmart or anything, and see your painting or your puzzles, that's got to be a good feeling.
Oh yeah, you never get tired of seeing that now, you know.
I know that guy.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. And used to when we'd go in the stores and stuff, she couldn't stand it. Like the cashier, oh, that's a nice puzzle. She just, my husband did it.
Oh,
like, please, let's don't do this no more. They're like, look at me like, oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And I guess they go worldwide, don't they? I guess they're all over the place.
Oh yeah, there's no limit. It's worldwide. Now internationally, it's something that you got to make sure it's a reputable company because a lot of fraud goes on with international companies. But that's why I leave that up to my company. I don't worry about it, and then the rest of it I give to God anyway. Yeah. So, but yeah, I used to extremely worry about, oh my God, how much are they stealing from me? But it's out of control. It's just, but yeah, it's worldwide. So.
That's awesome. We're so proud of you. Local homegrown boy doing stuff like this. And
well, thank you, Chester.
Now we're going to take our final break, and we're going to show you some pictures of puzzles and all different things. Now, do you ever go to work, or can you stay? She may be back on Monday. If not,
we'll see.
Okay, we'll see. We'll be right back. Okay. Okay, welcome back. There's some technical difficulties here, but we're going to work it out. See, Regino and Stephanie Peoples, and we're going to talk about, we got some pictures. Let's go and show some of these pictures now. But okay, so let's see. You want to show what inspired you on some of these right here, Gino? Let's see.
The storytelling developed as I was working on it. I started this one actually 3 months ago, Chester. So, but it was hunting season, and that one right here would have probably normally took a month, maybe a month and a half. But I just like to do the general stores on the water. I love the 50s era, 50s, 60s. I didn't grow up in it, but I definitely can appreciate it. Heard a lot of stories and the drag racing and all that stuff, but I love general stores on the water. And I did grow up and see some of that, of course, and I still see it in some of these small towns I go hunting in. But if you look at it, you can see all this stuff. But TC's the reason why I wanted people to see this one.
Okay.
TC Shan, he's the one that's helping me with the, he's the one that took all the pictures we talked about, and his son, just, man, a beautiful kid and so charismatic.
Yeah.
But took pictures with him with my book and everything, and I told him, I said, I got to put your son in one of my pictures.
So that's him right there?
That's him right there,
That's cool. That is cool.
But you can see the mailboxes that have you won't be able to probably see it, because we haven't took a clear picture. That's just my phone.
Okay,
but you can see his family on the threes. That'll be his mom, him, and Mason, of course. And then the other mailboxes is TC's parents. And then there's signs up there that's got them, and her parents' names over there, Angel and Steve. And
oh, cool.
I try to add something that they cook well or something. So personalize it.
All right, now you have some. You actually do some pictures though of individuals, okay? Tell us about this picture here.
All right, and this is another thing TC is helping me with this one. Can't tell you his connections, but he's working on a inside help to get this to DeSantis. It's something I painted. My governor, when Trump had got the assassination attempt with Trump, and I've got a letter back from Trump. It's in the process. He's just busy right now, as we all know. But he's supposed to be.
Did this painting here then?
Yeah, that was the painting I did for Trump, and but now we're working on DeSantis so I can get it to him.
Wow. And
because that's my governor and right now I just really believe with all my heart, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, it don't really matter. Mm-hmm. The country's moving in the right direction, in my opinion, and we have a great governor. He's been good to us. I hate to see him leave. And Donald Trump, and I think he's blessing our country. And it was just an honor to be able to paint that.
Those are good individual pictures. I mean, it takes you a while to get the painting like that.
I'll be honest with you, I think God helped me. Well, God helped me with all my paintings, but he really helped me with the Trump painting.
Yeah.
It was 14 days, and that picture like that should have took me easily a month and a half.
Right.
Very passionate, worked some long days, but it was 14 days, and it moved so easily like God was guiding my brush. It was supposed to happen.
That's all. You were really inspired then.
DeSantis should have took 2 weeks, but he took a lot longer. I struggled with that one, so.
Okay, one of the things too, I wanted to show you the puzzles. This is just a little group of puzzles I got off your Facebook page right here. So you got puzzles, you got 300 pieces, 750. What size they come in on all the puzzles?
Well, go ahead, baby.
I was going to say 300, 500, 750, sometimes 1,000 pieces.
Okay.
And sometimes 2,000 pieces. Let me tell you, 1,000 and 2,000 are tough to do with his images.
Yeah,
but some people like the challenge.
So I want to go and tell you, although it's March, Well, go ahead and start lining up some Christmas presents, because these are great Christmas presents. A puzzle to have around the house with the kids and all, and just work on a little bit at a time. We've always done puzzles, and also summertime. Yeah, it really is a great time to do when the kids are home and all.
No doubt, no doubt.
It's just an awesome time. We're going to jump off on something different now, because we're on I went to your Facebook page. I always do research and all quick. You're from Fairview, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
I know Wendy and Walter lived there a while, so I know it well. And it's a small town America. And your parents and grandparents and all that, generation after generation.
Yes, sir.
You real quick, you posted something about your grandmother. You were looking through your grandmother. So tell us about it.
Yes, my grandmother's recipe book. I was wanting to make some Salisbury steak that I'd made out of there before, and I was just flipping through and found what you're showing there, the recipe to prevent depression. I was like, what is this doing in the recipe book?
This is her grandmother, the recipe to prevent depression. Do something physical, do something social, do something spiritual, do something for fun, and read something uplifting.
And I just thought that was an amazing reminder.
Isn't that show the wisdom of older people who've lived a life and know how to well, did you find the Salisbury steak?
Yes, sir. And it was good.
Did you cook it?
Absolutely.
Isn't that amazing though, how you have a grow up and all, and our grandparents pass things down? I know your generation after generation doing that.
Yeah, and when I went and visited her parents, grandparents and all, like I said earlier, I learned a lot. I mean, you can if you're willing to listen, them older folks know what it's about. You know, they really do. Just have an open ear. You can take in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, about to run out of time. It's just a delight to have y'all on. Every time I love having y'all on.
It's always a pleasure, Chester. It's always a pleasure.
It's great to have you on. We're going to keep up with all your painting. We're going to try to get you to work on time. Hopefully, I'll write you a note. But keep up this great artwork and all. And we'll tell you how to get how can they get your stuff.
Go ahead, baby. She takes care of all that. I just paint. I just work.
Facebook. They can Facebook message us. They can email us. GinoPeoplesArt@gmail.com.
Okay.
He does have a website, GinoPeoplesArt.com, to view his art.
Okay.
Or give us a call. It's all online.
Right.
All right.
So.
Sounds great. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all at Planet Fitness pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Enjoyed it.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all watching the show. These are real people here doing real things. That's what makes Panhandle Outdoors so successful, and we're so thankful to have the opportunity to do it. Y'all do something good for someone else today. Enjoy the great outdoors. Take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.